What's going on? Tim, back again with another video for you guys. Keep bringing that Civic Type R content. Not many YouTubers doing it. It's not that popular, it seems, but that's okay. We're gonna make the content anyways because I like sharing the build. So today's video, if you guys caught the last one, we brought the car to Derek Robinson in Pennsylvania. We got it tuned. Car put down $495 to the wheel on E35, and something's rattling. These motor mounts be going crazy. So, where was I? Car put down $495 at the wheel. So I just want to give you guys kind of my first impressions, as that video was about 30 days ago, but I got married, went on a honeymoon, so now I'm just making it. I'm getting to drive the car a little bit more. Did a cruise up in New Hampshire this past weekend. Got to feel the car a little bit more. So I just want to make a quick video on my first impressions, I guess you would call it, of how the car feels and if it's a good idea for you guys to push your car this far. Alright, so first things first, this power level, I made a video on how to make this power in a Civic Type R. I'll put the video down below. You can check that one out. So once you have all your mods, get it tuned, you're going to be making roughly about 500, give or take, more or less, depending on who your tuner is. So is it worth it to do this? Is the car still drivable? It's front wheel drive. Is it livable? Is it anything crazy? And the answer to that question, in my opinion, is it's 100% livable, and the car is 100% usable at this power level. I'm not running anything crazy for a tire. I got 265/35. Damn, this road's bumpy. It's making me sound weird on the mic. Anyways, I got 265/35 PS4S tires, and once I get a little heat in them, I can do a second gear pull and get very, very, very minimal wheel spin or nothing at all. Once there's some heat in it and it's warm out, obviously, that's going to be a huge factor. So, and the only con, or not the only con, but the only thing that really gets away from me sometimes when I'm doing a pull is if the road is grooved or bumpy, it gets torque steer, which is fine. That's common with the front wheel drive cars, but it's 100% manageable, and it doesn't happen all the time. The car can definitely handle and put down 500 all day, no problems. Front wheel drive, coming out of corners, the power band delivery is super smooth. It's not it doesn't just peak, it's not peaky. Torque comes on nice. The power delivery is perfect, and I think that really helps with the wheel spin and the drivability of the car at this power level. I do have plans to do some 60 to 130 times with this current setup. That will be a separate video, and that will probably just be a quick one. So I'm definitely gonna do some 60 to 130 times, get you guys the results from that, see how it does. What else can I say about this setup? It's running solid. I've been running about E35 to E45 mix, depending on, I'm just kind of guesstimating, but with the flex fuel, it doesn't really matter. It's just gonna adjust. Derek has a tune for the power level between E30 and E40. So anything above that it's not gonna gain any power. It's just gonna get worse gas mileage. So you don't have to be very exact when you do mix, unless you're tight like me on E, with having to drive 45 minutes each way to get more ethanol. The power level is perfect in my opinion. Obviously, people like to chase for more. The car is, when you're just driving normally like I am right now, it feels like a stock car. It feels torquey. It feels like if you get into it, the car's gonna get out of its own way. There's no drivability issues, nothing changes. It literally feels like a stock car, which is good for a lot of different reasons. But if you're looking for that, it's 100% possible to do all these upgrades and keep it driving like a normal Civic Type R. You still toss it in comfort mode, the throttle's still dead. Yeah, it's the best of both worlds. Now let's move on to something that is always a big and controversial topic, is reliability at this power level. From what I've seen online, there's a lot of people that run at this power level for a long time. With the big thing is the quality parts and keeping it somewhat reasonable. Good fuel, good parts, and keeping that power level somewhat reasonable. And the big thing is keeping torque below or somewhere around that 400 foot-pounds of torque to keep the stock clutch happy. And that torque is what breaks things, really. I mean, obviously horsepower will too, but if you're pushing too much torque, these motors don't really like that. So as for longevity, no one knows really. I mean, it's really a guessing game on how long the motor's going to last at this point, or at this power level. But that's kind of the major phrase I always use is you got to pay to play. So if you're going to pay all the money to go fast. You got to pay to be able to fix it. So I'm going to hope that this motor lasts a very long time, but in the back of my mind, I do have that thought of if it goes kind of thing, which you kind of have to. So if you play with the bull, you'll probably get the horns at some point. So to wrap things up, I gotta give an end to this video. If you're thinking about doing these kind of mods to your Civic Type R, I 100% recommend doing it. It's, like I said, it keeps the car relatively very drivable in a daily situation. You can 100% daily drive this car. If you get off the corn, you can get around 400 to 430 horsepower, which is very manageable on 93. So there's really no negative to doing this besides the motor longevity. It's an awesome setup. Good parts go a long way. And yeah, that's kind of it. If you guys have any questions about the setup, like I said, I'll link the video on it down below. But if you have any other questions or comments, let me know, and we will catch you in the next one.